Hey everybody, welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast. My name is Kim Johnson and I am a master mindset coach, creative strategist, and also happen to be a farmer. This is my chicken coop and I come out here every day to record a podcast, to teach distinctions, possibilities, new ways of thinking, and just bring some joy into the world. So welcome to the coop and let's start your day off in a fantastic way. Hey everybody, good morning from the chicken coop. So I took a couple of days off from shooting because my daughter was moving into a new house and I really wanted to help. So I decided that the best way for me to help on one of the days was the very first day that the moving trucks were showing up and everything was happening was to make sure that she had my help to take care of the baby. And I got to admit, it was one of the best days ever because I just got to be with him and hang out with him and do all the fun things with him, and I had him for 12 straight hours. And here's what was miraculous. Part of me thought, I'm going to be pretty tired, but you know what? I wasn't. And I started considering what was the reason I wasn't so tired. And part of it was excitement. Part of it was just recognizing that it was important to me to be able to help, and to be able to help, I had to, fundamentally get my head into the right space to begin with, but I also made sure I took measures ahead of time to really put myself in the best place. And that meant making sure I had enough sleep, making sure I was well hydrated, making sure I had all the right snacks, making sure I was prepared. And I started laughing and thinking to myself about this is how I prepare to go to an event and speak, or this is how I prepare for coaching days or whatever. I didn't change anything. And I'm so conditioned to get myself into those peak states that it was really easy for me to just flip the switch and switch gears and stay in it. And I wanted to share that with you because I think a lot of times we do ourselves a disservice by thinking, oh, it's going to be exhausting. Oh, it's going to be this. But when you start to look and study the habits of peak performance and what you need in order to have your peak performance, and I do this every week because every other week I have a very full workload. And then the second week, so it's the first week and the third week of the month are very packed for me. And the second and fourth week are less packed. But I prepare heavily for those first and third weeks. So I have one of those third weeks coming up this week and I'm already prepared. I already know what I'm doing. I already know how I'm putting myself together. I take it very seriously and I really hone into it. I make sure there are things that are not in my way, like little trivial things that can kind of trip me up, like making sure I have the right drinks to have for myself, meaning I'd have to have a lot of water and I like to have flavored things. So I might have fresh pressed pineapple juice that I mix in with my water, or ginger that I mix in with it. The right snacks. I'm big on cashews and having things at my fingertips so I can keep going and have the right protein hits. Not having tons of laundry. I know that sounds crazy, but I can't have tons of laundry hanging around. I can't feel like my brain is fractured at all. So I refrain from fracturing my brain and pulling it in too many different directions. And I do a really good job of brain dumping at the end of every day to know what I need to pay attention to and what I don't need to pay attention to. Because if I don't, I will feel like that's pulling me. So for right now, I know I have to text a couple of people and say, okay, here, I have a couple of people that want to switch. Will you be able to switch? But I don't wait until, I know that's coming up later in the week, but I'll do it right away today to make sure that I get everybody settled where they want to be. And if somebody can't switch, we'll work it around for Friday. Kind of have a slushy afternoon where we can fit it in, but it doesn't hit my stress button. And I think that's the biggest thing to pay attention to, is how to avoid hitting your stress button. So especially right now in the summer, if you're in a place where the weather's crappy or you're in the heat, we're deep in the heat and still in the drought, and it's very frustrating. And for me, it can really trigger a button if I get overheated. So I try I'm very acutely aware of not overheating. Where am I going to walk? Am I going to ride my bike instead of walking? Things like that really help a lot. So this is just a little pep talk to say, don't let it take you out. Be excited about what you need to, even if it's your mundane average stuff, because that's where you get your great lessons. And that's where I learned all this. My mundane average stuff helped me prepare for a day that turned out to be incredible, and what a gift it was for me. So I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.